Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today it's a very quick revisit video on this Bush Boombox, the pink one. The silver one's still working fine. I did a fix-it video on these about a week ago now, and it was a very long video. So this is just a quick revisit video because a few of you wanted to see me fit the laser and also the transistor to show you it fully working at the end. So at the moment this one is not working properly because it can't read discs. It does do everything else because I've just put a through-hole transistor in it, but this is the proper transistor that needs to go into it. It's a little SMD one there. You see there's a pack of 10 here. I believe it was 2TY, so I need to fit one of those in place of the through-hole, and I need to change the laser. Now for £4.70 I got the laser and the motor assembly because I thought it's pretty cheap, and at least then I have a spare motor assembly to use in the future, or maybe for another project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be quickly fast forwarding through the fitting of this and this. This will involve undoing 4 screws, a ribbon cable and a connector, and that should be it, job done. This is a little bit more involved, but it should be still straightforward enough. And then we'll do a quick test at the end to make sure the CD is working. So let's get started. So I've just tried to put a CD in it, good old Phil Collins, dug that one out, and it's coming up with no. So in other words, it's not recognising a disc, and do you know what I think it is? Look, it doesn't clip into place. This spindle is just one that you kind of rest down. So do you know what I'm going to do? Because there's nothing on the top here, so it has to clip into the spindle like this old one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the laser out, and I'm going to use the original motor assembly. As well as that, if you have a look here, can you see that the connection here is out the front, while on the new one it's coming out the side, so it's kind of fouling a little bit on the inside. It's still fine, it still closes, but it's not perfect. So I'm going to have to take it apart again, and this time properly swap the laser out. Okay, I've tried Phil Collins and I've also tried Adele. This Adele disc is absolutely perfect, and we know it works on the silver one. If you have a look here, you can see that that's perfect, and it's coming up with no disc. So it's coming up with no disc with this motor assembly and also with the original motor assembly as well. So it looks like I've got another faulty laser. It's not even attempting to do it. So yes, I mean I could contact the seller, the eBay seller, and get another one. See, it's not even worth me trying. I know the laser from the other one works in here, because remember I did all that in the last video, so we definitely know it's the laser, because what I did was I took the motor assembly from the other one and I put the laser, I swapped the lasers around. So in the other one we have probably the pink motor assembly with the, the silver motor assembly with the pink. I'm getting all mixed up now. In the other one we would have had the pink laser motor assembly with the grey laser, because the grey one was the one with no audio, and that's working. So 100% it's nothing to do with the actual motor assembly, because on the silver one it didn't matter whether I used the pink motor assembly or the silver motor assembly, it worked as long as we had the laser from the silver boombox. Right, before I take that silver one apart, I've just had a look, and can you see there's like a solder blob here on the new laser, and that isn't on the one I've taken off. I think that basically they need to be separated. Maybe this is to protect it when it's in transit or something like that, because it does seem strange that it's faulty when it's brand new. I reckon that if you know what you're doing, which I don't, that you just have to unsolder that, and then maybe that is the key to make it work. Maybe by bridging that, it kind of shorts something out, so it doesn't pick, so it doesn't get damaged in transit or pick up static or something in transit. Right, you can see now that they're two separate pads again. Let's try that. It could just be as simple as that. That's it, it's making the right noises now. Excellent. And it comes up at the front here. It's not fully back together. Yay, there we go. So it was just me not knowing anything about lasers. So maybe it's common practice when a laser gets shipped to have that solder blob that you have to remove. Do you know what made me look at that? I'm thinking it might have been because before I might have been looking up GameCube lasers or something. Do you know what? I don't know. I remember something jogged my memory when looking at an eBay listing that you had to desolder something in order to make it work. Right, so I'm going to put this one back together. It's all working okay, so I've just connected this one up on Bluetooth, and if you have a listen here. Right, that's that, and now CD. That one. Okay, and this one over here.
Just the guitar.
There we go, and stop. Obviously I can't play them for copyright reasons. So these are all working. So that was a bit interesting for me. I didn't realise about that little solder blob on the laser. So you learn something every single day, and today's no exception. Now, in the last video, do you remember I spent a lot of time in my little microscope looking at the laser, thinking it was this thing down here. And of course, you knowledgeable lot told me that that wasn't the laser. So what I've done is I've completely separated this old faulty laser now, just in the just to kind of see what happens. So basically, the laser itself is the three-pronged device here. So this was actually coming into the side. So last time you've seen this, it was all together. Well, the laser itself goes into this section here. So what happens is it goes in. I'm missing one part. 1 second. Right, do you remember the 45-degree mirror type thing? So what happens is the laser shines against this here. So it would shine, I presume, something like that there. And then this goes up through the lens, and then it reads off the CD going around the disc, and then I believe it goes back down into this thing here that I was reading. So I presume this is the thing that actually, I suppose, decodes what's going on the disc. So I think that's how it works. I haven't actually gone online yet to look up, you know, to fully understand what each part does. But look, this is interesting. So this part here is the thing that does the focusing and the tracking. And if you look, there's basically coils going all the way around here and little wires going off to this bit here. And look at it, it just kind of like independently floats. Can you see that? Between these two magnets here. So I suppose when all these get energized, this is what allows it to do all the tracking and the focusing and all the tiny minute movements. So that's all pretty interesting. Let's just quickly pop this under the microscope. Okay, so this is the actual laser here. And if you put it up on its edge, you can see it right there. Okay, so let's just go right into this. There we have it, and there was 3 prongs, wasn't there, sticking out the back. 1, 2, 3. So that's that part there. So that's what generates the red light. Then it just goes through this kind of mirrored glass thing here to reflect it upwards. Then, this looks good, this thing here. So basically this is the lens here. And look at all the coils around the edges. Let's turn it around the other way. So you can see the coils there. So I suppose if one of those windings were to break, then it wouldn't focus and track properly. Right, so there we have it. It feels quite therapeutic just moving that around the place. Look at that. It'd be nice to work out how much voltage that needs, and then you could just apply voltage to these little prongs at the edge here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, just to see it kind of twitching up and down and moving around the place. I might try doing that with my bench power supply just out of interest. I've got nothing to lose. But I did say my goodbyes on that video, and I know I promised to be a quick one, but I want to show you this. So I've got my bench power supply, and I've just set it up so there's 1 volt going through here, so next to nothing. I just want to show you this laser, the tracking focus thing, bobbing around the place when I put voltage to different parts there. So let me zoom right in. So watch this now. I'm zoomed right in. I've got my 2 leads here, and I'm going to go across from pin here to pin here, and then I'm going to go across the bottom 2 pins, and depending on where I have the polarity depends on whether it goes up, down, left or right. So the top 2 pins across here and here make it go up and down, and the bottom 2 pins make it go left and right. So watch this. There, can you see now that's moving up? Yeah, every time I tap that, that moves up. And now let's reverse the leads round and you will see it will jump down. There you go, listen. Yeah, and now if I go on to the bottom 2 ones, here and here, you can see that, look, it goes off to this side here. Yeah, so that's going towards me. And now if I go the other way, it will go away from me. There. And if I add more voltage, it will jump even more violently, which I suppose is understandable. So let's go up to 2 volts now. I'm not going to go any higher than that because I might end up blowing it. But yeah, watch this now. Can you see how violent that is? How much it's moving? Isn't that amazing? It's probably not doing it proper justice because it kind of needs to be at that angle to really see it jump up. Let's see now if I can do it here. There you go, look at that. Isn't that good? That is it. I just wanted to end the video. I just wanted to show you that because I thought that was quite nice. I do like the way that's floating around the place. It shows you, even on a device that costs £2.50, that a serious amount of work has gone into it, and this is just a very cheap laser as well. So it'd be quite interesting to see an expensive laser, to see the kind of internal qualities of that one. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more Trying to Fix videos. Take care. Bye now.